Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? My name is Tony Rizano, and this is another episode of the world famous, the University of Love, the best podcast in 1, 2, 3 galaxies. But ladies and gentlemen, you and I would just call this show Online Marketing Moves. We are coming to you live today, Wednesday, February the 23rd, 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, come on in, ladies and gentlemen. I know we have been absent for the last 2 days. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been doing a lot. I'm sure I told you before, my wife is in the process of selling. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, finally, this process is almost complete. The last couple of days, my wife has been on the phone, and I've been on the phone with the I, the R, and the S. Ladies and gentlemen, the Internal Revenue Service. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have a business, make sure that you have your taxes squared away. Make sure you have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Because, ladies and gentlemen, these people want every single thing. The people that are buying the business, I guess they are getting some kind of loan. And so the people need every single document my wife has ever had. And, of course, they always wait till the last minute. And it's like, hey, we need this document by Wednesday. It's like, all right, it's Monday. I got to call the Internal Revenue Service during tax season. So that has been a pain in the butt. And today we finally got the paperwork, all the paperwork we needed. A lot of it done. Boom, boom, boom. She'll be closing out by next week. And she'll be done. She'll be home. And I can really focus in on the things that I need to do. It's hard. It's great helping somebody, especially your wife, your significant other, it's great helping them out. But I'm telling you, sometimes you neglect the things that you need to be doing, And so I missed a couple of days, but we're back recording. And ladies and gentlemen, today I just want to talk about you. I want to talk about just in general, just you having a plan, you executing the plan, and you just doing the things that you need to do to get the job done. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no wrong way to go about creating a business. There's no formula. There's no book. You can read all the books. You can do everything you want. But at the end of the day, some people are good at reading stuff, studying stuff, making a plan, formulating. Now, we all need a plan. We all want to have some semblance of a plan, But what I mean is some people formulate a plan and then they go for it. Some people need to read books. Some people need to study a little bit, then formulate a plan, then go for it. It does not matter. What you need to do is formulate a plan. Some people go straight into action. Some people go into learning. Then they go into action. But at the end of the day, action must happen. You must take action. I remember when I would write things down in the notebook, and then it'd be like 6 months later, I would go back. I need to write some stuff down in the notebook. I've already written the stuff down in the notebook. I just need to take action. And I'm like, all right, I know what I need to know, and I need to get going, And so I was one of those people that I would get going. I would go in head first. I wouldn't even ask a lot of questions. I just go in. I was like, all right, I'm going in. And then I would pull back. I'm like, all right, now that I've done some things, I need to do a little studying. And then I would go back in, And that's how I operate. Some people operate the opposite. Some people have to learn first, then they go, then they go. Me myself, I need to see mistakes that I made, because I don't want to. I can't take anybody's account. I have to take my own accounting. It's like when I started driving trucks. I had friends who started driving before me, and they would say, oh man, they would say, "Oh man, this happened, that happened. You gotta do this, you gotta do that." I go, that's good. Then I'd say, I can't trust them. I have to learn for myself and make my own mistakes, and then do a little study. So it took me a little while to get the hang of trucking, but once I get the hang of it, I was good to go. And so for you, it does not matter how you slay the dragon, as long as you slay it. There's no right, no wrong way. There's no hey, do X, Y, Z and you'll get A, B, C. It's like real estate. You ever think about this? There's so many different ways that you can become good at real estate. You can flip houses. You can be one of these people who rent houses. Long. You can play the long game. You can do warehouses. You can do trailer parks. You could do, townhomes. You can do single family homes. You can do apartment buildings. You can do commercial zoning. You can do land. There's a lot of different ways you can go into real estate. There's no right or wrong way to get to enter into it. It's sort of like copywriting. As I told you, I'm gonna be a full-time copywriter. I'm going to go into the email I'm going to go to the email marketing. That's what I'm going to talk. I'm going to write people, contact people, meet people, start networking, socializing with people, and talk to them about doing their emails, and getting my foot into the door that way. You might go a different route than I'm going, but we're going to end up in the same. We're going to end up in the same way. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. And we talked about this before, but sometimes you have to, because a lot of times it's not about, because listen, you and I both know there's so much material out there about doing this, doing that. There's so many people creating content, all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of information out there, but sometimes the mental hurdle is the hardest thing. The getting past a certain point, that's the hardest thing. I look at my wife. I remember when she first got the business, she didn't take a business class. She didn't know anything about business. She just dove in. She's one of these people. She dove in. She made mistakes. She learned, lessons, and now she's selling. And so for the next business, she will know a lot more than what she knew in the beginning of this business. So it's like cool, And she didn't study. Some people, they study. I had a cousin. He studied business, and then he's gonna start a business, But it's two different avenues. So there's no right, there's no wrong way, there's no rhyme, there's no reason to any of this stuff. The main thing is you believe in yourself and you take action. And you go for it. That's the most important thing. Don't sit on the sidelines forever. Don't wait around forever. Don't wait for the right time, because there's no right time. It's like, I used to think having a baby, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. I just had a baby, If you love somebody, you're with somebody, you're married or whatever, you want to have a baby, have the baby, because there's no right, wrong, there's no right time, there's no wrong time, it's gonna happen, Me and my wife, we were prepared as we're gonna get, We had her, we cleaned out a room, made her a nice room, 6 months later, the baby's still sleeping with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there's no perfect way into any of this, And it just goes to show you. But it's okay, As long as you believe in yourself, you take enough action, everything will work out, And don't think, I need this time, that time, Take your time, Figure things out. Some people, we talk about this all the time. Some people's gonna take 2 weeks. Some people's gonna take 2 years. It just depends on you, and depends on where you're at in life. You might be like me, helping out a sick loved one. You know what I'm saying? Not sick, but somebody that's kind of laid up, can't take care of themselves. The way that they want to. You might have to step in and do that, or you might have kids that need special attention, and right now, so it might take you longer than the guy that lives by itself and just can go at it day in and day out. You might work nights, you might work 16 hours a day, but you only got an hour to do the thing that you need to do. It's a lot of different variables. And so never look at social media, never look at somebody else, and never be jealous of anybody. Your race is your race, and run it the best way you know how. And at the end of the day, all you can say is, hey, I gave him all. I gave him my best. I put forth the effort. I was out there doing what I needed to do, and I'm handling my business. And that's all you can ask for. That's it. There's can you imagine? I was thinking about this today. My friend, he owns a donut shop. He has 2 stores. He has a store in Asia, and he has a store inside the stadium. Very successful, And me and him, I drive trucks for a living, He owns a bakery, and if people saw us, they would be like, "Why are these guys?" I'm not jealous of him. He's not jealous of me. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of him. It's like, hey, this guy did great. But if I owned the bakery, it would close in 2 weeks. If he drove a truck, he would quit after a week. Like, it's not a thing, and I'm transitioning into other things. He's trying to transition from the donuts to something else. It's like, hey man, we're all running different races. And so never be jealous of anybody. Never be like, oh, I wish I could. The only people that all of us need to be jealous of is like those people that can get paid like $1 million to tweet some stupid product. We get to that level, then I'll be jealous of you. No, I'm just kidding. But at the end of the day, man, it's all good, and conquer the world. You know what I mean? And make sure you have all your I's and all your T's dotted when it comes to. One thing about a business, when you own a business, there's a lot more to the business than meets the eye. There is a lot, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Me and my wife had this discussion today. She talked about how sometimes she doesn't know something. She doesn't want to seem look silly. I'm just like, hey, it's not about looking silly. If you don't know, you don't know. You know what you know. And sometimes there's some things that a lot of us don't know, and that's all right. But keep the focus, keep the faith, stay with it. Ask all the questions you need. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Everything from taxes. I have different books about taxes. Have different books about, corporations, accounting, all this kind of stuff, because sometimes the most important stuff is not running the business itself. It's the little stuff outside that can affect your business, And so at the end of the day, you want to make sure you have all that taken care of, whether you take care of it or somebody else take care of it. You want to have it taken care of, And don't put a price tag on a lawyer. Don't put a price tag on a tax account. Get the best people possible. Get the best people you can, and that is not paying. That's an investment. There's a big difference. When you have a business, you are investing in things. If you ever buy a course, you are investing in that course. If you ever buy a book, you are investing in that book. You're not buying the book, you're investing. All of this stuff you do for your business is investing. You are investing effort, you're investing your time, you're investing your money. At the end of the day, there's no such thing as buying. Hey, I bought some cookies. You didn't invest money in cookies. You bought the cookies because you're going to eat those cookies. But if you want to buy a book to study up on something, you are investing in that book so you can learn more and more and more. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. We'll be back tomorrow with an all-new episode of Online Marketing Moves. My name is Tony Rizzano. Thank you for listening. And as always, everybody, peace.